On paper, I like all of this, like the symmetry of, I'm just gonna make my own clan, and I'm gonna use the skills I know, but I'm gonna use them in my own way and whatever. And still, I thought it was nonsense as I was watching it.
I don't know.
Maybe you have to watch it again.
Like, 'cause I feel like a lot of those pieces are there, and like maybe this just doesn't have enough meat on the bones for you.
I think I was more bored by how basic all of it was. Because like this whole idea of like I've been watching found family stories for 30 years. It's been kind of the standard Hollywood thing, like that reject your family, reject tradition, go find your own family, make your own rules, right? That's been how it's been since Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And back then it was kind of fresh, and now it's kind of obvious. Maybe if they had dwelled on it just a little bit and not rushed from one fight to the next, from one CGI sequence to the next, and kind of made it a little bit more not explicit. I don't want characters to just spell it out, but actually interact with these ideas as opposed to just mentioning them and then rushing to the next thing. I'm not trying to argue that you're wrong, right, for liking this. I'm more like trying to understand my reaction to it, because everything you're saying sounds pretty cool. It's more like it did not work for me. It did not get me excited, and I was waiting for it to get good, and then it was over. That was kind of my reaction to it, even though I think there's pieces here that could be a lot more interesting, like this whole thing about I'm tired of earning my clan's armor, so I'm gonna make my own, and that reflects kind of things I've learned. Like on paper, this should be the thing I'm celebrating, right? But I just rolled my eyes at it, and I want to know why.
Maybe it needed an extra 15 minutes for you, because how long was it? Like hour 47? Maybe it needed an extra 15 minutes just to flesh out some of those moments to give us a little bit more. Part of what we discuss sometimes as well is like, in like a Godzilla versus Kong movie, or something along the lines where it's just like meant to be like one big spectacle, and we're like, how hard is it to write a simple story to kind of like motivate the characters in it, and like, kind of take us on a simple journey where the story doesn't have to be an afterthought. And I feel like in this movie, the story wasn't an afterthought. Like the story, like they actually took some time to actually think about like how they're going to tell the story from the predator's perspective. I felt like it did more than enough to kind of service the movie, whilst giving people that love like the action of the predator enough to kind of go off of as well, and like enjoy the action scenes. I thought it struck a really great balance. You might need to watch it again, and you might have a different reaction to it. Maybe you watched it at the wrong time, and that's actually, to be fair, that's actually wrong for me to say, because it's not for me to say that you're wrong in your opinion, you're wrong the way you feel, because like there's plenty of movies I've watched where people love it, but it just didn't hit me the right way. For me, it had everything that you would kind of want in the movie, to be honest. So having been in the theater twice for this, I saw two audience reactions, and they all laughed at the same moments. They all loved the cute little animal and like all the kind of like funny things he was doing, and I found it charming. I found it amusing.